2022, Ayutthaya was again subjected to rains of the same levels as 2011. Although the flood walls protected the industrial areas, more than 70,000 households were subjected to flood damage. The National Meteorological Agency has performed analysis on rain patterns.
เรื่องของสภาวะภูมิอากาศที่เปลี่ยนแปลงหรือสภาวะโลกร้อนในปัจจุบันเนี่ยนะครับก็มีหลายอย่างที่เปลี่ยนแปลงไปจากสภาวะเดิมนะครับเดิมเนี่ยคือฝนตกต้องตามฤดูกาลคือตกได้ต่อเนื่อง
Their research has concluded that monsoons have a major effect. Water vapor from the Indian Ocean is carried by these seasonal winds to be released over Thailand. In response, a system has been created to transmit information on rains and floods to the populace. Thailand's Geoinformatics and Space Technology Development Agency, GISTA, teams with the UN Satellite Center to operate a shared flood prediction system. Satellites are used to detect flood information. This data is analyzed by AI in order to predict the locations and scale of future occurrences.
ก็จะปรากฏเป็นขอบเขตสีฟ้าๆนะคะก็คือเป็นพื้นที่ที่ยังคงมีน้ำท่วมขังอยู่ค่ะก็ข้อดีของแพลตฟอร์มตัวนี้นะคะก็คือเป็นข้อมูลที่เป็น near real time นะคะหลังจากที่เรามีการรับสัญญาณแล้วเราก็จะทำการวิเคราะห์นะคะภายใน 2-3 ชั่วโมงนะคะ
Data is provided to 9 organizations, including the Meteorological Agency and Department of Water Resources, where analysis progresses. The information can even be accessed through a mobile app developed by GISTA. Flood information is received immediately. The areas are classified by danger level, with red indicating the most dangerous. The IPCC predicts that if current greenhouse gas levels continue, sea surface temperatures will increase between 1.5 and 2 degrees Celsius over the course of the century. With further torrential rain sure to follow, efforts to prevent flood damage are an ongoing battle.
The film follows Princess Scarlet, driven by revenge, as she searches for the meaning of her life. We take a glimpse into Hosoda's world through an interview with the man himself. J-Flix.
Cái chất độc da cam nó là một cái nhân chứng sống của Mỹ để lại.
Hello. 友人として隣人としての彼らがいて彼らの問題は私の問題でもあるんだな。
Meu nome é Marcos. Then the day came with the news that shook me to my core. You are a good candidate for a heart transplant. My mind went blank.
Here I am in the middle of hundreds of people, and all I feel is incredible anxiety that I have to find this man before he kills someone.
Now what do? I gave up my dream, I gave up my voice. I chose this path, but this path didn't choose me back.
The next day, I showed up to what I thought was football. Right? Those were the days of Pele and Maradona and all the stars that I grew up idolizing, but that wasn't it. It was American football. And the coach approached me and said, son, if you want to learn, I'll teach you.
So when my best friend asked me to be his +1 at a lavish wedding in India, I jumped at the opportunity. Truth is, I've been to India many times, but it was always with my parents. I was so excited. I was finally going to be an independent woman in my motherland without my mother.
And so I pick up the card, and inside it reads, will you marry me? And I think, not bad.
And they started watching, this little 10-year-old kid at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm stretching pizzas in the window, and the more people that came, the more excited I got. I spun it this way, and I spun it that way, and I just remember saying to myself, I love this.
So I grew up on the Lower East Side of New York City, where culture, flavors, and chaos threw a party. You would walk 1 block and you would smell bagels and bialys from the Jewish deli. Next block, espresso and marinara from Little Italy. And in the middle of it all was my Chinatown.
Join me each week on Wall Street Week for stories of capitalism from business, markets, economics, tech, and climate. More than what you need to know, it's what you need to think about.
What will happen when you wake up?
When we break through stereotypes.
There was some pride knowing we were different.
When passion is contagious.
I am not giving up hope. I'm not giving up hope.
We can break the mold.
My generation, we're next up. Next is going to be our world.
World. Breaking through.
Welcome to Laura Flanders and Friends, the place where the people who say it can't be done take a back seat to the people who are doing it.
This is how change happens in this country, when vast numbers of people come together and defend a vision of the future.
If we do nothing, we'll be looking at apartheid in America.
Learning about the past has really no value if you're not going to apply it for a better future.
Live from London, this is BBC News.
Live from London, this is BBC News.
Live from London, this is BBC News.
Coming up,
we have to get through more and more people. This camp seems to grow every day.
Packed with people who've left their homes seeking shelter from the cyclone.
America's longest war.
Did you feel?
History's going to write this story.
It's now so difficult to predict what happens next.
BBC News.
If you take a moment, you can see the world change.
Massive attacks using missiles and drones.
Stories that link all of us. Make sense of our lives. So we can move forward. Widening horizons.
Next time on Stories from the Stage, Twist of Fate.
I go to the border and I say the 4 most impossible words. My father is dying.
In Honduras, I was safe. I felt empowered. I had a sense of identity. Here, I was confused.
Now what do? I gave up my dream, I gave up my voice. I chose this path, but this path didn't choose me back.
Production funding for Storming Caesar's Palace is provided in part by the National Endowment for the Humanities, the Ford Foundation, Just Films, the Library of Congress, Levine Ken Burns Prize for Film, Fork Films, and the Better Angel Society. Independent Lens is made possible in part by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, a private corporation funded by the American people, Acton Family Giving, the John D. and Catherine T. MacArthur Foundation, the Wincoat Foundation, the National Endowment for the Arts, and by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.